being a young person who is actually getting into all the struggles and everything. So during the course, I have this doubt that if a first generation, if somebody who is having, is getting diabetic at he is in the first generation. So I wanted to know that how he should handle it psychologically, and how he can manage for the coming generations or other persons.
That's a very sensitive thing. I think first let's see if somebody is saying that I'm for the first generation to get diabetes. That may not be 100% true.
Okay.
Because there are instances where probably a parent or a grandparent never got them tested.
Yes.
So when we are talking of prevalence of diabetes, when we are talking about who is getting diabetes, who is not, this is the thing which we have to keep in mind, that probably in older times, not many people got themselves tested, and not many society was not screened for diabetes. So a lot of generations probably go unnoticed that they had diabetes.
Okay.
So that you have to keep in mind. You may not be the first generation to get diabetes. You may be that your parents also had, or grandparents also had diabetes. Could be possibilities there.
Okay.
Anyway, if you're getting you're diagnosed diabetic for the first time, how do you handle it psychologically? I think that's very relevant. That it is not a disease to be afraid of. That is why we are talking about the awareness of diabetes. When a person comes to me with typhoid fever or tuberculosis, I never said that you need to learn about it. You need to chikungunya. There was nothing to learn about it. But diabetes is a disease, for that matter, all lifestyle-related diseases, be it hypertension, coronary artery disease, and other cardiovascular diseases, diabetes mainly. The lifestyle, how you handle your disease, what is the contribution you can do to your own treatment is of paramount importance. It is said that patient has to be an active partner in its management. It is not the doctor's role. Typhoid, fine, I write him a prescription, he takes it for 5 days, 7 days, he's all right. But diabetes, you have to live with diabetes, there's practically no cure for it. So the role of the patient is very important, and then the role, or you have to live with for the whole of life, the psychology plays a very important role. I always say that there should not be any stress that you are a diabetic. You can lead a virtually a same quality of life which a non-diabetic lives. So that has to be inculcated. That is not a bad thing to have. My friend has already said that Wasim Akram is a diabetic. He is a juvenile diabetic, type 1 diabetic. Imagine what quality of life he is leading.
Yes.
He's excelled in his sports. He's excelled in his public life everywhere. So that is you should take the disease psychologically. There's nothing. It can be managed very well. The only thing I need to do is, from rest of others, is that I need to be compliant. I need to be aware of the disease. I need to obey the instruction of the doctor and lead a good quality of life. Talking that what you need to do about your second generation is, you need to just follow the fact that it is a disease which runs in family. It has a genetic composition, predisposition is there. So the chances of your next generation, your sibling, getting diabetes is higher than the rest of the society. So lifestyle modifications are much more important to them than the rest of the society. You need to say that your children, diet control or lifestyle, physical exercise, activity have to be inculcated in them right from childhood.
Okay. So as you touched that people who are suffering with other diseases, they can still get away with it, the temporary disease, but this is the disease that you have to live with. So means in my personal life, I have ankylosing spondylitis, that is HLA-B27, the gene is positive in my blood. And I believe that there are other diseases as well which are similar to, the diseases in which you have to live with them. They are not life-shortening or anything, but you have to live with them. So in my case, the protein intake, and there are a lot of dietary things that I have to comply with. So if if a person like me becomes a diabetic in future, so how he should manage? I'm just talking about the management of the disease, because I cannot take a lot of protein, because autoimmune disorder, the protein gets unused.
Incidentally, diabetics also don't have to take high protein. Okay. Now you've raised a very pertinent question: managing diet or managing medicine. You see, most of the mistakes happen when patient do not declare that they have this disease also. We call it, technically we call it comorbidity. If a person's got diabetes, he's got cholesterol, he's got hypertension, he's got ankylosing spondylitis, he's got peripheral vascular disease, he's got some hearing disorder, they do not mention it to doctor. They told me it's not necessary. They go and say, I've got diabetes, my diabetes is not under control. How many times doctor will take a detailed history that you have this, you have this, you have this, you ever get pain in your leg, you ever. So it is important for the patient to tell the doctor that I also have this. Accordingly, whether it is physical exercise, whether it is diet, whether it is drugs, all need to be accordingly monitored. You're talking about diet only. It is not only diet, it is a physical exercise. If a person got a disc prolapse, I can't tell him that you do 30-40 minutes of jogging or running every day because the diabetes will get under control. He'll end up with this bad disc prolapse tomorrow. So that's the way. Diet. Protein is not the issue because diabetes don't have to take high protein. But if the disease is got a tuberculosis, I'm asking to take more protein. But he's got ankylosing spondylitis, he can't take protein.
Yeah.
It is a domain. It is the efficiency of the doctor to handle things, put things, everything together. Incidentally, that that's very sensitive to me. There, the role of the family physician these days is very important. When you go to a orthopedic specialist, he would only treat your ankylosing spondylitis, would not know whether you are diabetic, whether you have hypertension, whether you have this. You go to a cardiologist, he would only look at the 4 inches organ, that is your heart, he will not look at anything else. That's very unfortunate in our country. People are becoming more and more organ specialists or a disease specialist, but no one treats human body as a whole. Human body is very complex, there are a lot of social, economic and psychological issues which one needs to address. So having a good physician who is concerned about your health in total is very important.
Yeah. So I have this one last thing that I wanted to ask you, that if at certain stage people who are already suffering with other disease and diabetes and they have, they might face some troubles in which they cannot get out of it. So in that situation, so how do you manage your disease? Means, is there a way by which we can actually pre-plan our management? For example, a lot of times in my case, since I'm suffering, so winters are a bit trouble for me. So in diabetes, is it something? Is it a situation in which we have to pre-plan something and go so that we don't have it? Because as Ashok Uncle said that during sports or during things, so they need to manage it beforehand.
Very, very, very important.
Yeah.
I think in my during the course, in my post also, one of the session was diabetics. The important issues will come when you're traveling, when you're sick, and when you're fasting. Indians are very fond of fasting. The Janmashtami fast, the Karwa Chauth fast, and our Muslim brothers fast on Ramadans. So, in context of diabetes, I'm talking about traveling is very important where you need to do a lot of planning. Fasting is very important where you do a lot of planning, and when you're sick. A lot of mistakes to take place during these 3 occasions. So in my post also I have highlighted on these issues, especially when you're sick for any other reason. Diabetes medication needs to be altered sometimes, they need to be stopped sometime, or it needs to be continued. People wrongly stop the medication. So those are the issues. Similarly, while traveling across the globe with time lag, taking insulin, and the food timing will be different in that country. So your insulin doses, insulin timing, everything needs to be altered accordingly. Similarly, for fasting also. So there the pre-planning is very important. Every patient needs to sit with the doctor, tell him that this is going to be the situation. I'll be telling across the globe, there'll be a day and night shift there. So what time my insulin or what doses insulin has to be taken. And other general precautions when a diabetic is traveling, he needs to carry some sweets with him, he needs to carry a diabetic card if he becomes hypoglycemic in a plane, what will happen. He needs to carry enough quantity of his medication because the same brand may not be available across the globe. And carry his prescription. Sometimes you carry your medicines, aircraft, few people object, why are you carrying so many medicines, are you going to treat them? So you carry a prescription. Those kind of general precautions are very necessary.
So, Professor, आप पूछ लीजिए कोई